Yeah, Roger would have taken the UP for sure, yeah. You'd have been stuck up in the UP still, yeah.
So Gary,
Against Debbie Stabenow, we had what, 7 or 8 candidates that we were primarying?
I don't remember. Yeah.
Gary Glenn.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah, okay, yeah.
we had
Heckman,
Yeah,
yeah,
we had a whole bunch.
yeah,
We got nobody this time primary.
yeah. And who ran against Stabenow? Oakstrom, that's right.
Yeah, he sat in his butt too.
Yeah, he did, yeah, I didn't think, I wasn't too
but,
big of a
but,
fan of
but you
Oakstrom.
missed a great opportunity against Peters when he sat there with his shoe with the hole in it.
Yeah.
She should, she should have brought up Adlai Stevenson. Would have been a great comparison if anybody remembers that.
As soon as I saw that shoe, I thought, get those things resold, man. When I was in sales, if you come walking in the door with a hole in your shoe, you lost.
That took
Yes, Mr.
Stevenson out.
Simple.
How did Bricko do against?
We're gonna review that.
He got 36% of the
Yeah.
vote, and I told him he'd be lucky to get 35, and that was
Yeah.
6 months ago. In that district, forget it.
Marion, did you say, let's just check, see where Ruth Johnson? Ruth Johnson? I'm not sure if this
She was
will,
like one of the stronger candidates, so
She
you
didn't
could
win.
make the
She didn't
comparison.
win big.
I'm not sure if it'll bring her up, but let's just see.
Either choose.
She's come and spoken to our club. Yeah, that's right.
No,
She lives out here. Where does Terry live?
no, that's Terry Lindland. Let me just try one more time.
Yeah.
Maybe they should have run Ruth Johnson instead.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah, it's not
thinking
bringing her
Ruth
up.
for governor. What about you? Yeah.
18-year-old girl, I think it's in West Virginia. Yeah. 18-year-old girl won.
Yes,
State.
I heard that.
Good for her.
Yeah, very sharp, very sharp.
So Dave Trott wins by 15%.
Yeah.
So I saw a little bit of an interview with him last night on local TV.
Didn't even.
And, he said the same kind of carte blanche thing
Yeah.
for the people. I'm here to represent
Yeah.
the people. Limited government. Yeah. Now this, Justin Amash, he won by 18%. He's one of our good conservative that's going to represent us. Mike Bishop won by 13% his district, and that's Mike Rogers,
That's in my district.
district. So Bishop, and that's where Tom McMillan was trying to run against Bishop. And like you say, George lost by 14%. So Sandra Levin gets back in there for, and that'll be what, his 60th year in the House?
87, I
Just,
think.
yeah.
Yeah.
How old is he?
87, I think.
It will be when it's over.
Sandra Levin's in his 80s? Yeah. You still got a good head of hair, yeah.
Tell me about it.
Nothing under it, though.
Yeah.
Gets credit for going out.
But then we also had our other reps, Benishek, Wahlberg, Dan Kildee, Fred Upton. They all won their re-elections. Terry Bowman loses to Debbie Dingell by a big amount too.
Oh my God.
And there goes the dynasty of. And they were interviewing Debbie. I happened to catch her, and she said the same thing that all the Democrats are saying. I'm going to go to Washington, and I'm going to try to work together.
Levin is 83. Sandra Levin's 83 years old.
Senator Levin's 83.
Not younger.
Yeah, she is.
How old is
Do
Debbie?
you know how old Carl is?
Debbie's pretty young.
Same
Yeah.
work.
Yeah, I don't know.
Trophy wife.
But those are guys we've got to all keep our eye on. Trott, Bishop,
She was a
Benishek, Wahlberg. I think Benishek has the highest heritage score when we checked last time. I think he's high 60s, low 70s. Candace Miller's mid 60s. But people like Kildee and Upton, I'm just 50s or so Heritage Action scorecard.
only one.
Upton's no.
Amash is mid-80s. Yeah, he's good, high 80s.
Nobody's perfect.
What do you mean?
No, nobody's perfect, but we want at least, and we would at least want you to be in the 80s if you're going to be a conservative, I would think. And Heritage doesn't, they go on a lot of different scores too. It's just not 5 votes and boom, they throw out the scorecard. Another good website who we did Skype the other day is with Daniel Horowitz, Conservative Review. They're starting to score the politicians now. Yes, Gary?
I meant to say, Gary, that Carrie Lynn Land was sent a questionnaire by Donors of America. She didn't answer it.
Didn't answer it.
She didn't answer it?
No, never responded. Big mistake.
You wonder who was advising her, who her handlers were? Or
John Yob. Number one,
John Yob?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of him, yeah. Yes, Roger?
Well, I think there were a lot of our
Roger's
state
not paid to think.
politicians that kind of, their attitude towards Tea Party is best said tepid. They're cool toward it.
Yeah. And I want to get into that right near the end. Got a couple more slides here, but let's pass out a couple things here. Since we are in the festive mood, I've got some Freedom Wear t-shirts up here. I'm not sure if everybody's familiar. I came out with my little company called Freedom Wear, defending the Constitution, supporting our military and their missions, and the protection of divine providence. So these were some of my initial ones. It's got my mission statement on the back, and then Freedom Wear in the front. Wear means to be on guard, be conscious, be wary of your freedoms. So we're going to give away a few of these. And Ed came all the way from Florida just to be here tonight for the celebration. So we're going to give Ed, and Ed, yeah, Ed's my human model.
But it can be worn with a Michigan sweatshirt.
Yeah. Notice how it fits so nice right through the area. It's got a lot of expansion.
I had
Ed just had dinner.
wear a Michigan shirt.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was waiting for that.
So check your tickets, we'll pull a couple
By the
of
way,
them.
I'm gonna call this number.
Yeah, get out of here.
Okay.
Okay, we'll call off the last 3 digits.
Jerry.
8, 7, 7. Whoa! Hey, Bruce. What do you take, a large or extra large, Bruce?
Large.
All right. We'll give you one of these.
Careful, he's
There
gonna
you
use that
go.
against you, be careful.
Yeah.
Wear that outside of the next.
Okay, let's go for another one. Here you go, Donna. A lot of lucky ones. Here we go. Okay, this will be for a Tea Party Strong, which is an extra large. Or we've got a black one here, which is with the American flag, or 13-star flag.
Great.
And it's got the mission statement on the back.
Designs though.
Michigan
I have
State.
a large staff that works at it. Okay, we'll auction off the hat. Oh, that's Ed's hat, I'm sorry.
Hold on to your hat, Ed.
Okay, last 3 digits, 8, 8, 9.
Oh, that's gonna be.
Hey,
All right.
This is large, this is large, this is extra. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna do this one. This is, this wood here, it's got a little story to it, is from, gosh, I can't think of the kitchen floor.
From the
No,
Liberty
not
Bell.
kitchen floor. Just off 75, you make a left, go down if you, it'll come. But it's from a drugstore in Michigan. They tore it down. And when I went to Patriot Week event,
That was from your bed that they had, you were taking that picture of.
that's right. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, Rose made that bed, by the way. Yeah. It's from a drugstore up in Michigan. They tore it down. I went to a Patriot Week event, and it was at Hoffman Farms, and he had a whole pile of it, just strips of this. And you know, it's cut and grooved, and Rose, my wife, she's real creative. She said, hey, can we have some of that? So we loaded up to pick up, and then her and I just put together these little flag things, and so I've got some extras here. So that's what this will be.
The count is right.
So Don will have you select the ticket. Okay, hang on to that. Okay, last three digits. 911. All right, there you go.
There you go.
I like this guy anymore.
All right, there you go. All right. Goes to one of our younger patriots. Huh? Yeah. Okay, we'll do one more here, and then we've got a couple more to go. And Kathy Fedorenko donated these to us. They Come to America by Dennis Michael Lynch. All right, go ahead, Jeff.
Got it, VHS.
Yeah.
8 tracks.
Yeah, it's an 8-track for Dave. Yeah, he's trying to get updated.
Still working on an 8-inch floppy.
Last three digits, 894. 894. All right, Michelle. You have one of these, Michelle?
We have it too.
Okay. Go
We
ahead.
have it there.
Now, there's a nice lady. She is a Republican.
Who's that?
Michelle, she forfeited that.
We won't talk to her.
900.
Uh-oh. You got it.
Mr. Buckholz, all right. Pass that back. Okay. See, aren't you glad you came?
I have to watch that.
Hey, we won.
Okay, some local races for the state of Michigan. Gary Glenn won. Senator. He's right up around, what, the Midland area, Mount Pleasant, I think, right up in that area. Cindy Gamron, she won. And Patrick Colbeck did history. So does anybody know anything else about some others?
I thought Todd Corser won also, because he was kind of.
Oh, did Todd Corser win? Okay.
These are conservative.
Where's he from? I kept getting ads on my computer.
Does anybody else know of anybody else that they're watching or following?
Coursers?
Well, the Republicans picked up one county commissioner in Marino. So now we have 5 Republican county commissioners in Macomb County.
Okay, all right. Hackle got reelected?
Oh, yeah, wonderful.
Yeah. Okay. Pete Lucido in my neighborhood got elected. That was Pete Luncido's old seat. Nick?
Both Howrelack and Nolenberg were elected.
Yeah.
Oh, were they? Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
And Howrelack, he beat her last time by less than 500 votes. He beat her this time by more than 3,000.
All right.
3,800.
That's good. And how did Nolenberg do?
He won.
He went, he just won. I don't
Yeah,
know the score there.
okay, but he did win.
He did
Okay.
win, yep.
All right.
That's
How about Boston?
Royal Oak,
No.
Mike Bosnick was?
Nope.
was it
He
Farmington?
lost.
About the colleges?
Yes, sir.
Nicaragua went down, came incumbent by about 900.
Yeah.
Who was that?
Hawatma.
He lost?
For state rep, he lost.
He lost to the incumbent.
Okay.
They're only by 900 votes.
Yeah.
Good for the Democrats.
All right. How about Jeff Farrington? I know we had him in one time. Farrington won. Who?
David Lanier, who visited.
Oh, yeah, David Lanier lost.
Lanier lost?
Brad Jacobson, does anybody know about him? Did he win? I know he got some support from the Lakes area Tea Party.
Yes, he won.
He won? Okay.
Zara and Viviano won the Supreme
And so
Court.
did,
Yeah.
so did Jim Tedder. Jim Tedder won in 43rd
All right.
for Gail Haynes.
Runstead won? Okay.
Jim Tedder, Runstead.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, here's our next slide. With some more of the judges, Brian Zahara and David Viviano won. And then Richard Bernstein beat out James Robert Redford.
Just because he's.
No, that's not right.
That's what some people said.
Hey, TV, all these years of TV.
voted for him because he's blind and he's overcome so much. I said, what are his politics? Silence.
Name recognition. That's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, he's crazy.